Hi there, I'm Mike Gales for Everlast Nutrition, and in this video I wanted to demonstrate how to hold the focus mitts. There are plenty of videos that will show you how to hit these guys, but I haven't seen too many videos that clearly explain how to actually hold them, and so that's exactly what we're going to do. Working the focus mitts is not only for fighters, anyone can do it, and it's a great way to get a full body workout that just destroys calories. It's interactive and dynamic, and because of that the time is just going to fly by. And if you're sick of the same old monotonous workouts, then this is definitely something you should give a try. So to do this, you're definitely going to need some focus mitts. And you could probably pick up some Everlast ones at your local superstore for under 20 bucks. And your partner should really both use hand wraps and gloves. Now, if you're not sure how to wrap your hands, you can click on the description in the link below. And I'll also post some links on how to properly throw each individual punch. Now in this video, I'm going to work with a guy who's very new to boxing, so his technique is not going to be flawless, and that's going to be perfect for this video, because he's not looking to fight, but he is looking to be lean and mean for this summer, and maybe you're looking to do the same thing. Okay, so before we get started, there's a few things that we're going to need to go over. First of which is going to be, how should you, the person holding the mitts, stand? Well, you definitely don't want to stand there all squared up, with your chest perfectly facing your partner like I'm doing here. Why, do you ask? Well, even though this guy is new to boxing, he's still over 6'3" and 230 odd pounds. When my feet are perfectly in line perpendicular to him, he's easily going to knock me off balance. And one, that can cause either one of us to get injured, but two, it really slows down the pace of our workout if I'm getting knocked all over the place like a rag doll. So what you should do is assume a proper boxing stance yourself when you're holding the focus mitts. And if you're not sure about the boxing stance, I'll also add that in the link in the description below. Having a proper boxing stance will make sure that you're on balance and not getting knocked around, so you can keep that high pace for your workout. It's also going to make it much easier for you to position the mitts so that your partner can throw quick combinations. And finally, if your partner is actually looking to compete in boxing, then these drills become all that much more realistic, because now you're standing there in a similar fashion to a possible opponent. Okay, so next up, and this is such a common mistake, let me tell you that your partner is not psychic. Moving the mitts all over the place in random directions and expecting him to hit them is just not helping him. Especially in the beginning, I let him know exactly what I want him to throw. That doesn't mean that I won't switch it up here and there, but I make sure that I communicate clearly to him what it is that he should be throwing. Okay, next up, you're going to want to keep those mitts stiff. You're definitely asking for injuries if you hold the mitts limp. Your partner might overextend or hyperextend his arm, or he might knock your shoulder out of its socket. So you must provide a solid target for him to strike. In fact, if we zoom in here for a moment, you're going to see that I'm actually coming out towards his punches to meet them with some stiff resistance. That helps me ensure that the target will be firm so that he doesn't hyperextend his arm, and is also going to up the rate of our workout. Now notice that I'm not slamming the mitts into his wrists. I'm not trying to injure him here. I'm just coming out slightly and then holding the mitts firmly so that he will make a solid impact on the target. Next, I'm going to use a visual or a verbal cue to let him know when I'm ready for him to punch. So he knows which punches to throw because I already told him. And now he's going to know exactly when to throw them. There are many trainers that will use a verbal cue by saying now, now, or jab, jab, right. But I prefer to use a visual cue. I lower the mitts down when I don't want him to strike, and then I raise them up into the proper position when I'm ready for him to punch. Okay, so I would recommend that you catch all the straight punches, so that's the jab and the cross, with your rear hand only. You can see here that I have my boxing stance, but I also have my rear hand facing my partner so that I can catch those straight punches. In the beginning, it's going to be a little too confusing for the both of you to try and catch straight punches using both mitts like this. So once again, instead catch both the jab and the cross with your rear hand only. That will leave your lead hand available for other combinations, to practice defensive counters, or to make technical corrections if you need to. As for the hooks, you're going to want to point the mitt towards the center of your partner's chest. That will provide the right angle for the mitt to be struck. In this case, my lead hand catches his lead hook, and my rear hand catches his rear hook. And please make this quick note that I put the rear pad away from my face, because the last thing I want is to get hit by a rogue hook that missed its target. So do the same thing for the hooks to the body. Just alter the height of the mitts, and remember to keep them stiff. And now for the uppercuts. I angle the mitts so that they face slightly towards the floor, and my lead hand catches his lead uppercut, while my rear hand catches his rear uppercut. A common question is, how do you catch both a body and head combination that is done to the same side? Well, I like to place the mitt for the body shot inverted against my hip for resistance, and my other hand is stiff and high away from my face for the hooks, or it's angled slightly towards the floor to catch uppercuts. In the future, I will post some great focus mitt routines on this YouTube channel, but in the meantime, here are some easy drills to get you started. Try 3 minutes of a sprint that is done in place. Remember to hold the mitts firmly and have your partner repeat the same combination non-stop with no extra movement for a whole 3 minutes. So that could be the jab cross non-stop, maybe some alternating hooks or some alternating uppercuts. Mix it up a little bit and use your imagination. Next, you can focus more on technique with some in-place combinations. Now your partner will throw the combinations that you told them to with a little more power on them. Then you're going to give him just a moment to reset into his proper boxing stance before he throws another. And this is the point where you want to use those verbal or visual cues. You could also try some punches mixed in with some defensive movements such as a block, a slip, or a bob and weave. Now please do not try and randomly hit your partner in the face. I never throw punches towards my partner's head. I just want to make sure that he keeps his hands up nice and high for defense. And all I need to do for that is lightly tap him on the shoulder as a little reminder. So once again, I never throw straight punches towards his face. And if I'm making my partner bob and weave under my simulated hooks, I make sure that I never actually hit him in the head. Finally, you can really up your skill level and the intensity of your workout by adding in some foot movement. This is a much more realistic scenario than just punching the bag, because now you're both moving and you're dynamic. Many people can punch really hard, but can they quickly get to where they need to be to land that shot? Now that's a different question. You can have your partner circle you, or you can circle your partner to change the angles. Just be cautious not to continually circle in the same direction because you don't want to get dizzy. You can have your partner come towards you, or you can press towards your partner and have him backing up. You are the one holding the mitts, and as such, you are the lead partner in this dance, and it's up to your partner to follow your lead. Just remember to keep the scenario realistic and take it one step at a time. Don't expect your partner to come sprinting after you because you're running around. Now that you have the basics down, you can use your imagination to come up with your own great routines for the focus mitts. Try 5 rounds of 3 minutes each with a minute break in between rounds, and just take a look at how much you will have sweat by the end of it all. And now that you basically know what you're doing, there's no reason not to give the focus mitts a try. They're different, so they'll definitely take the monotony out of your training. They're fun, and most of all, for getting in shape, they're extremely effective. This has been Mike Gales for Everlast Nutrition, and if you like these videos, then you should definitely click like or subscribe, as we're constantly posting up new videos that contain great tips and ideas to get you in the absolute best shape possible. Hey there, I'm Mike Gales for Everlast Nutrition, and in this video, I wanted to demonstrate how to hold the focus mitts. There are plenty of videos that will show you how to hit these guys, but I haven't seen too many videos that clearly explain how to actually hold them. And so that's exactly what we're going to do. Working the focus mitts is not only for fighters, anyone can do it, and it's a great way to get a full body workout that just destroys calories. It's interactive and dynamic, and because of that, the time is just going to fly by. And if you're sick of the same old monotonous workouts, then this is definitely something you should give a try. So to do this, you're definitely going to need some focus mitts. And you could probably pick up some Everlast ones at your local superstore for under 20 bucks. And your partner should really both use hand wraps and gloves. Now, if you're not sure how to wrap your hands, you can click on the description in the link below. And I'll also post some links on how to properly throw each individual punch. Now in this video, I'm going to work with a